It's time for the zoysia grass grow 6-week update. Look at it. It don't look bad from a distance, but I got issues. And then look, I'm gonna fix this guy up right here, get him greased up. Give me a little energy juice here. Yeah. So, you see what I'm dealing with out there. Got a bunch of weeds. And I got something gnawing on it. So that's the bad news. Let's get everybody caught up to where I'm at right now. I've been hitting it pretty good with fertilizer. I'm going to put what I've done fertilizer-wise down in the description. But I got a lot of issues. I'm going to show you. I just sprayed it a week ago. I'm going to show you what I sprayed it with. I made up a tank mix and sprayed it with these two guys. So I used the low rate of this because I didn't know how that zoysia would respond. I probably should have run the higher rate because I'm getting some dieback, but I'm also got some weeds that are still flourishing. This is the fertilome product. That's pretty much the same active ingredients as what the pros use, known as Speed Zone. It's got 2,4-D, MCPP, dicamba, and carfentrazone. Anything with a zone on it means it's probably got carfentrazone on it. At least that's what I found. And I also, because of the crabgrass problems I had, I hit it with this chloride. I'm getting good dieback in some spots, but it's going to have a second application because I have a bunch of Virginia buttonweed out there. Let's go look at it. You see all that buttonweed? But it's trying to check out. It's definitely going to need another application. I got this goose grass coming up, and I haven't sprayed anything for that, but this is one way you deal with him right here. Get out of here. I had someone in the comments asking me about germination in the shade. I don't know if you can tell, germination is spotty. And this is what it looks like all morning with the shade here. But in the afternoon, the sun goes from here to all the way around behind that tree to here. This area gets blasted with sun. So it is getting some sun and I am getting some germination. If there was any less sun than what I get in the afternoon, I doubt much of it at all would germinate. Here's some crabgrass. You see the purple? That's quinclorac damage. And I used a lower rate of it than I probably should have. I'm gonna have to come back and hit it again, but it is sick. It is dying. Here's some crabgrass that took a lot harder hit. See it? It's dying back. That bald spot right there is caused by a pest known as a Jack Russell Terrier. That's not my biggest problem. My biggest problem is armyworms and side wedworms. I got some bald spots over there by that gate. That's where the moths have been flying around. I've already seen them at night. I tried to get footage of it. Didn't work out too good. But it was definitely side wedworms. And then over here, the armyworms has been chewing on my zoysia. Of course they won't eat a weed. But I don't know if you can see. Look at that. I treated this with triazicide granular about a week ago. I'm still seeing worms wiggling around. I'm probably gonna wait another week and hit it with liquid bifenthrin to see if I can't run these guys out of here. Hopefully, I can tighten up on my fertilizer a little bit. I can tighten up on my water a little bit, and a lot of this will come back. That's what I'm hoping. I guess next year will tell, because I'm running out of season. But now for the fun part. So a weedy, thin, long, always looks better cut. And I'm about to go ahead and hit it with its first real cut where I'm actually catching zoysia. I use this thing right here that I picked up off Facebook Marketplace for 25 bucks. And I set it up kind of high a couple weeks ago and I knocked the tops off the weeds, but I really won't get any zoysia and I really won't trying to do it. The advantage to having one of these old school reel mowers is it's lightweight, and so it doesn't affect the grass as bad, especially on this new zoysia that's already stressed out from all the worm nonsense. And it doesn't suck like a regular rotary lawnmower would, so it won't suck anything out of the ground. this is a good thing to have on a new seed grow. I got that idea from this dude named Ryan Knorr, who lives up north somewhere, and he does Kentucky bluegrass. And every time he seeds, he uses a little push reel mower like this one until the grass gets thick. That's what I'm doing today. But because I specialize in junk, I got to go through and do some greasing and some adjustments and some sharpening on this bad boy. The beauty of these things is that they don't take up a lot of space and they need minimal maintenance. So if you got a small yard, consider getting one of these things. All right, let's dig in. I bought this blade sharpening kit from Amazon. It was like 15 bucks. And it's real simple. The stuff on the inside, I've already screwed with it once, see? But let's get this thing sharpened up. So on these little reel mowers, this is the bed knife, this is the reel. And that reel, it ain't even touching in some spots. But you can adjust this bed knife to where it catches this reel. And what you gotta do is tighten this thing up, adjust it closer to the reel, make it a little tight. And then you're gonna take that crank that's in that kit and you're gonna spin the reel backwards. And it's gonna cut a new surface on the reel and the bed knife, just like sharpening a knife. Here's your adjustments for your bed knife. So what you do if you want it to get tighter towards the reel, you loosen this guy and you tighten up that guy, and vice versa. And you got one on both sides. You got one over here too. So let's give this thing a little shot of juice here, because they're pretty rusty. Well, back this guy up some, and this guy, and tighten these guys up. Ooh, that's tight. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm getting good contact across the whole reel down there now. I was trying to turn this tire, but I'll just snug these guys. Well, let's give it one little good crank. And we'll tighten these guys down to where they touch. All right, now I'm gonna paint this lapping compound all over the reels, the reel blades, I guess you call them. All right, then you take your crank and get it up, slide it on like that, and turn it backwards. And the more you do it, it should loosen up. Now I'm gonna check and see how sharp it is. Pretty good. Let's check it over here. I'll sit still. Oh yeah, much better. I'll take it. All right, let's grease this thing up and get the wheels back on so we can mow some weeds and zoysia and everything else. This is just regular old wheel bearing grease. Put a little Dabble in there. Put me some on the actual gear itself. All right. Oh, I made a mess. I'm gonna get a rag and wipe off all this excess grease and wipe up all this lapping compound off the reel. Now I'm gonna take that wheel off the other side of the little mower here and do the same thing grease wise, and then I'll get back at you because we're getting ready to cut some of this stuff out here. Let's cut what the worms ain't ate yet. This is after the cut, and I double cut it. I went that way and I went this way with that little reel mower. Kind of zapped the color out of it, but I knocked the weeds off, that was helpful. Things I'd have done different, but this is a learning process for me. I don't claim to know everything about this. I know just enough to get myself in trouble. I would have treated for the weeds a little bit earlier. I also would have cut it a little bit earlier, but life got tied up doing other things. And I would have sprayed preventatively, yeah, I got it that time, nailed it, for worms and bugs and stuff that chews on grass. Didn't think that, I knew it could happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen. And it gets out of hand really quick. So, plan going forward is to slam it with some more fert. I got, see, today is, I don't even know what the day is. Today is the Sunday before Labor Day, whatever day that is. Beginning of September, I have, this stuff really don't start checking out around here until Halloween-ish. When I say checking out, I mean going into dormancy. You don't want to fertilize up too close to dormancy, but I got a good solid month that I can pound it with fertilizer and water and see if I can gain as much ground back as I can. So, for updates, go ahead and slam that subscribe button and leave a comment. If you have any good advice, hit me up. Maybe you've ran into this before. If not, thanks for watching. Come back and see me.